Once upon a time, pensions were the answer to retirement. They delivered a portion of your income for life, but, well, pensions got too expensive for companies to manage, so they turned to the 401k as the savings vehicle, now putting the onus on the employee versus the employer. And a survey by Greenwald Research shows 90% of Americans are worried that those 401ks won't provide a reliable income stream that can withstand inflation, like we've seen the past few years. And more than 80% now want guaranteed lifetime income, just like those pensions of old offered. So if they're no longer available, will people still want that guaranteed income, Nolan? What is the answer here?
I think the biggest fear that a retiree has is outliving their income. So having reliable income in retirement time is crucial. In fact, if you Google independent income system, you'll see what our philosophy is on how to build this out. But when we're looking at reliable income, to me, I think it's extremely important to have enough reliable income that covers your minimum monthly income needs, meaning that your housing costs, all of those expenses that you have to run your family, those need to be considered and coming from reliable income sources. So when we look at reliable income sources, the first thing that you could take a look at is Social Security. And, many people will ultimately take Social Security either right at retirement time or they'll take it as early as age 62. But if you look at the total value of what Social Security can provide for a married couple over the course of their lifetime, it's extremely important to have a Social Security optimization report run to help you determine what could be your best approach, because Social Security is going to be the cornerstone of your retirement. Even for the higher income earners, it still can be a very big part. And that decision of taking Social Security anywhere from the age of 62 and delaying it to age 70, those numbers can make a big, big difference. And it is a guaranteed income source backed by the faith and promise of the U.S. government, providing that inflation-adjusted payment for life, providing a survivor benefit. And it may be beneficial to maximize your benefits by delaying taking Social Security to have more predictable income, to have better spousal and survivor benefits. For those people that are out there, pensions, if you still have one, can be another great source of reliable income. Usually when you have a pension, you've got a couple of different choices. So one choice could be to take a lump sum. One choice could be to take your life only, a single life annuity payment. There also could be an option where you could take some type of percentage survivorship benefit for a spouse or a loved one. And or you could also take sometimes a period certain, so a life with a period certain as well. So those choices, when you're looking at a pension, if you're blessed enough to have a pension in retirement time, you want to take into consideration that those choices are irrevocable. So you have a decision that you have to and want to get it right the first time, and you may not be aware of what could be the best choice. Here at America's Retirement Headquarters, we can help you figure out your different pension options. Most people have saved a lot of money in their 401k, and so when they transition into retirement time, there needs to become a mind shift on what happens with your 401k. So having a 401k with a lot of different investments and picking at that pile of money to fund your retirement is not a strategy. Sometimes people will take and they will shift a portion of the money out of their risky stock and bond portfolio. They'll move more money into an insurance product called an annuity. So with annuities, what you can do is you can get different levels of protection. As an example, a fixed annuity would pay you a fixed rate of return. So you don't have to worry about the market fluctuations. You know the predictable income that'll be paid out of that for whatever time frame that you select. Some annuities offer you the ability to have a guaranteed income stream for life. And the claims paying ability of the issuing insurance company becomes important. So make sure you know what the rating of the companies that you work with, because if you want that money to last for life, you want to work with a company that's highly rated, that has strong backings. Some annuities have volatility, which typically, like variable annuities, still could have market risk associated with them. So, moving your money from the 401k into another risky variable annuity is oftentimes, something that maybe doesn't solve that risk level that if you're looking at risk reduction in retirement time. When you look at your investments, another thing that is a controllable item that you have in your portfolio is the amount of dividends and interest that you get. Oftentimes an investor will just look at their total return. So if you looked at, your total return for 2024 when you got your investment statement here this quarter, I would imagine most likely you had a pretty good year. The markets did well last year.
Hmm.
But instead of just looking at the bottom number, the total return, what you want to do is you want to break that total return down into growth plus income minus fees. That equals your total return because income is a controllable item. By investment selection process, you can pick companies that pay dividends, or you can pick bonds that pay income, like we talked about in the earlier segment when we were talking about our bonds, a good investment in 2025. If you have predictable income and you're not forced to sell your stock portfolio, it can help reduce some of the volatility, add more predictability in the income in retirement time, which oftentimes is a big goal. Real estate can be another option. I had met with a lady who had come in last week, and she's getting ready to retire. She's going to buy a place down in Florida where her son lives, and she's going to actually have her son live there. Her son is going to pay her rental income, and then she's going to go down there during these winter months and just stay in the home. So that income that she gets from that rental property is going to be another way to get steady income. Some people maybe don't want to be in charge of personally owning real estate. There are publicly traded investment companies, they're called REITs, that help provide more steady streams of income. Those are the type of things to take a look at when you're looking at ways to get more predictable, reliable income, and why it's important to have reliable income. So if you're looking at your plans and you're saying, you know what, I'm not sure how to put all of this together, that's what we would do in creating that retirement team action plan for you. And we would walk you through the independent income system to show you how to set up your retirement game plan. And we'd be more than happy to do that and put that plan together for you.
Remembering that, you're going to have monthly expenditures in retirement, and if that is covered by guaranteed income, that can go a long way to, I think, addressing that fear that so many have of outliving their savings. You also need to remember those retirement accounts that you have, the 401ks, the 403bs, what have you. Those are not retirement plans. They can be a part of that plan, but you need to actually have that plan put in place to hopefully provide that reliable guaranteed income. That is where America's Retirement Headquarters comes in. That is where that retirement team action plan comes in, the independent income system. It all starts with having a conversation, complimentary, might I add, reaching out 419-794-3030 to get started. It's 419-794-3030, or you can go to the website and schedule a time as well at arhq.com.